Some wrestling fans still revere him. Others, they can't forget what happened in one devastating weekend. A legendary athlete. A loving father. Then, the unthinkable. Wife. Son. And him. The darkness behind the ropes that destroyed everything. This is the story of Chris Benoit, how a WWE hero ended up taking the lives of his wife Nancy, his son Daniel, and his own. Chris Benoit was born in Calgary, Canada in 1967. From his first steps in amateur wrestling to Stampede Wrestling, and then WCW, then WWE, he built a career rooted in discipline, technical skill, unrelenting drive. He was known as the Crippler for his submission style, and earned respect from fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Alongside the wins, however, the physical cost was high: concussions, injuries, strains, and prescriptions. The body that performed so much would quietly endure. The man who lifted others up was carrying more than fame. Beyond the ring, Chris Benoit's private life showed cracks. Nancy, his wife, once filed for divorce in 2003 over alleged domestic abuse, but later withdrew it. Friends spoke of mood changes, of Benoit being withdrawn, anxious. Speculation swirled about steroids and testosterone therapy. Toxicology reports later confirmed traces of synthetic testosterone, hydrocodone, Xanax in his system. But it was more than pills. It was pain, both physical and emotional. Rumors of fear. Whispers of someone breaking under pressure. June 22, 2007. In their Fayetteville, Georgia home, Chris Benoit killed his wife Nancy by asphyxiation. Her limbs were bound. A Bible lay beside her body. No struggle, according to investigators. The next morning, Nancy's 7-year-old son Daniel was found dead in his bed. Sedated with Xanax. Also suffocated, as his small body could not resist. Another Bible beside him. On June 24, Benoit took his own life in a manner that only deepens the tragedy, by hanging himself in his weight room, using a piece of gym equipment. It was over. 3 lives ended in silence where once there was love and applause. When authorities entered the home, the scene was surreal. Bibles placed beside both victims. No signs of forced entry. The timing was devastating. WWE had requested a welfare check after Benoit missed scheduled appearances. Autopsy results revealed troubling findings: therapeutic levels of Xanax, hydrocodone in Nancy, elevated testosterone in Benoit. In Daniel's system, Xanax. Brain scans later showed severe damage, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Repeated concussions had left Benoit's brain damaged, some experts said akin to that of an elderly Alzheimer's patient. Yet, no single factor could explain completely. Steroid abuse? Prescription medications? CT? Depression? All became part of the puzzle. Was it roid rage? Experts and media speculated, but Benoit's family, and many medical examiners, rejected the idea that steroids alone drove the violence. The evidence suggested deliberation. The murders of Nancy and Daniel were separated by hours, moments that suggest planning, not spontaneous fury. His brain damage gave the physiological backdrop. The emotional strain at home gave the tension. The domestic disagreements, possible loss of identity, performance pressure, all parts of weight pressing down. And when the shell cracked, the result was undeniable tragedy. The wrestling world recoiled. WWE pulled Benoit's matches from broadcasts. Merchandise was quietly removed. Fans were confused. Friends sad. Experts angry. Laws were scrutinized. Policies changed. Studies into concussion, brain injury, mental health in wrestling got renewed urgency. Nancy and Daniel are no longer here. Benoit's legacy is torn. Great performances in the ring. Horrific end in the home. A reminder that wrestling, fame, even strength, cannot mask human frailty. 3 lives lost. 1 family destroyed. And behind the spectacle, questions remain. Could earlier intervention have saved Nancy or Daniel? Could Benoit's own pain have been heard before it became rage? We may never know every detail of what pushed him beyond the edge. But we do know, fame doesn't protect us. Wrestling rings don't heal broken minds. Strength doesn't mean you don't bleed. If you found this story shocking, share it. If you found it sad, let the memory of Nancy and Daniel live on. What do you think was the final trigger? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, Behind the Crime, BTC, so these stories are never forgotten.